Hello! Happy Sibling Shanty Sunday! I'm Scott.
I'm Sagan.
And we're siblings.
And we sing sea shanties and sea shanty adjacent music.
And it's week 21.
It is week 21.
It's also
It's World Goth Day.
World Goth Day.
So happy World Goth Day to those who celebrate.
We thought maybe you'd like to, see us. We, on our original, daily thing, we did all sorts of costumes and things. So we're like, well, it's World Goth Day.
Might as well.
Let's do this.
Yep.
But the same semi-useful content as normal.
There
aren't a whole lot of goth shanties.
No, not really.
I mean, there's some
we're mostly saving those for October.
Shanties and things. Yeah.
We're mostly saving those for October anyway.
Yeah.
But today we're both a little bit under the weather as well. So we've got three relatively easy shanties for you today. The first one is called Hauley Hauley Ho. And the first time we heard this one was actually from the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag soundtrack. This is a short drag shanty. Originates from the United Kingdom. Wasn't able to find a date of origin. However, reportedly was used to foster a spirit of cooperation between the British, Irish, and Scottish sailors who might feel those bonds of kinship fraying a bit in the open water. Evidently, Welsh sailors did not warrant a mention. Are you going to use your pitch pipe?
Yes, that's what I was working on.
Okay. The interesting thing about this, it's very, very simple shanty. But the interesting thing about this one is that it uses imagery and sort of colloquial terminology for people from those three countries. So it mentions a Paddy McGinty, and it also mentions a Shamrock. This is a reference to Ireland. Paddy is it's a shortened version of Patrick, which is sort of the Irish version of John. Very, very common name. While the Shamrock is a symbol associated with St. Patrick, big shocker there, Ireland's patron saint. The one that's slightly less, I think, common in probably contemporary imagery is the name Jock, which is mentioned here in the context of a thistle. And Jock is sort of the Scottish equivalent of John. Oftentimes it could be a nickname. And the thistle is very much sort of the national plant symbol of Scotland. And the reason why is that legend has it at the Battle of Largs back in good old 1263, when one unlucky member of the Viking army from Norway happened to step on a thistle. And not a fun experience for any of you who have stepped on a thistle, and cried out in pain, thus alerting the Scottish defenders, who then politely showed the invading Vikings to their boats. And actually, politely, yes, as all Scots are. Interestingly, the Battle of Largs was sort of the deciding battle in about 500 years of contentious relations between Norway and Scotland, and it would be the one that would sort of drive out the Norse invaders for good. And the King Hakon, I believe, the Elder, who was the leader of the Norse at that time, sailed back to Norway and was like, I'm going to get all my reinforcements. We're going to come back and kick your butts. And died before he could do that. His successor was like, hey, why don't we talk this out?
Leave them alone.
No, they wanted to make peace, open trade. They were like, you beat us real bad last time. Let's talk about this. So that's why the thistle is associated with Scotland. And then Jack, in mention of the rose as well, being a reference to England. Jack is sort of the English equivalent of John, and the rose, specifically the Tudor rose, that's Tudor, not Tudor as in a
sedan.
Sedan.
Yeah.
Is the traditional floral heraldic emblem of England. with 5 white inner petals representing the House of York and 5 red outer petals representing the House of Lancaster. So it uses these names for sort of everymen from these 3 different countries, as well as sort of the plants that are associated with them. To, hey guys, we're out of the sea. Let's all get along. That being said, it is an exceedingly simple shanty with a lot of history behind the imagery that's in it. Getting my black lipstick on your thing. All right. Oh my God, I blanked out for a second. There we go. Okay, so the shantyman has actually 3 lines, and then everybody participates in the last line, which is sort of the response, and the response is just Hauley Hauley Ho, and that's all there is to it.
Easy.
Very easy.
Ready? Maybe.
Are you ready?
Sure.
We'll find out.
Maybe.
England, old Ireland, England, old Ireland, England, old Ireland, Hauley Hauley Ho, Paddy McGinty, Paddy, Jock, and Jackie too, Paddy McGinty, Hauley Hauley Ho, Shamrock and Rose boys, Shamrock, Rose, and Thistle too, Shamrock and Rose boys, Hauley Hauley Ho, England, old Ireland, England, old Ireland, England, old Ireland, Hauley Hauley Ho.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, very easy.
Yeah.
This
and a nice attempt at trying to make a little piece on board. Yep.
So this next one, actually, I like quite a bit, but I could not find anything on it other than the fact that it's a halyard shanty.
So if you know anything
about this one,
please do share it, because we would love to know, because I do actually really like this one as well.
So it's a halyard shanty, and this is interesting. I assume it's probably got to be on the older side because it's so simple. It is literally shantyman has 1 line and then the response. It's just back and forth, and usually sort of the farther into the age of sail you get, the more complex the shanties get. This one is super simple, and it's called Roll Her Down the Bay to Juliana, also sometimes called Miss Emma or Emma. It sounded weird for a second there. But this one has, so shantyman has 1 line, and then the call is roll it down the bay to Juliana. And that's literally all there is.
Yep.
Roll her down the bay to Juliana. It's just almost sort of like walking down the steps of the scale. But yeah. And that's literally all there is to this shanty.
Easy.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Emma, let me be. Roll it down the bay to Juliana. Now I'm bound away to sea. Roll it down the bay to Juliana. All away, me bully boys. Roll it down the bay to Juliana. All away and make some noise. Roll it down the bay to Juliana. Blackbird sang into the crow. Roll it down the bay to Juliana. Wish I had my girl in tow. Roll it down the bay to Juliana. Oh, the dawning of the day. Roll it down the bay to Juliana. All the way and get your pay. Roll it down the bay to Juliana. In the morning we set sail. Roll it down the bay to Juliana, round the horn and chasing whale. Roll it down the bay to Juliana, oh boys, when she takes the roll. Roll it down the bay to Juliana, shake and break her, blast her soul. Roll it down the bay to Juliana, sweat that you're the mate did say. Roll it down the bay to Juliana, 1 more pull and then belay. Roll it down the bay to Juliana.
Yeah. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
I just like that.
Yeah, it's got this great sort of a very, very sort of sea-like rhythm to it. Yeah, it's just fun. Just rollicking.
So yes, if you know anything about it, we
please let us know.
The internets.
Yeah.
We would love to hear more about it. And one more. And this one's a little... probably the most goth of the set, I guess.
Probably. It is in minor key. It is in a minor key.
Yes. And it's
there is that.
The Dreadnought.
The Dreadnought.
Which sounds scary.
Which does sound scary. So interesting, this one is a 4-bitter, dates back to the early 1900s. It's important to remember. It's interesting to remember that really sailing that didn't involve sails really has only existed for about 100 years or so. Before that, everybody sails, paddles, whatever they had. So shanties and 4-bitters were they made it into the age of steam actually. But so this one is a bit, I suppose, newer, I guess, on the grand scale. It was written to the tune of a older, considerably lyrically darker song called Le Pique or The Flash Packet, which was also about a boat, but things on that boat really sucked. This one is about things on a boat, and it's great. Everything's going awesome.
Yeah.
Unironically, going great. It was written about an actual ship, which was the Dreadnought, a famous Western Ocean packet, known for incredibly fast sailing times. Now, interestingly, the Dreadnought's sort of secret to its very fast times was not a particularly aerodynamic design or a merciless captain, but her ability to stand, and I quote, any amount of hard driving in hard weather. Essentially, the Dreadnought was able to basically just bulldoze its way through really whatever came its way, whereas other smaller ships or more fragile ships would have to adjust course and had to fight much more, whereas the Dreadnought just went like, just like straight through. So this one actually is this is very much you can almost imagine sitting around the tavern or sitting around the mess and cups being raised. Along with the chorus of this one. And the chorus of this...
it's just one line.
It is just one... Well, I was going to say that it's super complex, and I was going to build it up. All this...
Nope.
Okay.
They can see the lyrics down below.
That's
they know
true.
That's not true.
They can see the lyrics down below, as they usually are. Or something like that.
Yeah. The verses are more complicated, though, so if you want to sing along with him on the verses...
So you'll definitely need to go down and look at the lyrics. But
that's a cool story.
Can you blow the pitch again?
Yes.
Now that I've completely lost it. Oh, yeah. Yep, got it. And the chorus goes like this. I was just blanking out here. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Derry down, 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 Derry down.
And dairy is in, a place, not milking a cow.
Oh, dairy.
Dairy.
Yep. Got it now. Evidently need a couple more hours of sleep. But that's all there is for this one.
Ready?
Are you ready?
I think so. Guess we'll find out.
We'll find if I'm ready. There is a flash packet of fame. She hails from New York, and the Dreadnought's her name. She's bound to the westward where stormy winds blow. Bound away in the Dreadnought to the westward we'll go. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Now the Dreadnought she lies in the river Mersey, awaiting the tugboat to take her to sea. Out around the Rockallite where the salt tides do flow, bound away to the westward in the Dreadnought we'll go. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Now the Dreadnought's a-howling down the wild Irish Sea, her passengers merry with hearts full of glee. As sailors like lions walk the decks to and fro, she's a Liverpool packet, oh Lord, let her go. Derry down, 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 derry down. Now the dreadnoughts are sailing the Atlantic so wide, where the high roaring seas roll along her black sides, with her sails tightly set for the Red Cross to show. She's the Liverpool packet, oh Lord, let her go. Derry down, 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 derry down. Now a health to the dreadnought and all her brave crew, to bold Captain Samuels, his officers too. Talk about your flash packets, swallowtail and black ball. The dreadnought's the flyer that outsails them all. Derry down, 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 derry down.
Yeah. Yeah, if like a ship could have like a fight song.
Yes,
this would definitely fight song.
Yeah.
Cool. I love the visual of the sailors walking the decks like lions.
Yeah. It's a very visual. Gives you a very sort of a very clear image.
Yeah.
Of the ship.
It's cool.
Yeah,
I like that one. Well, there you go.
There you go.
There's your goth adjacent shanties for your World Goth Day.
I mean, if the ship had black sides, that's
right.
Pretty
Pretty goth. That's pretty goth.
It's pretty goth.
Either way, hope you enjoyed and that things are going well where you are. And links below as always for some different things and for shanty merch and all those kinds of good things. Tons of festivals picking up here for the summertime all over. So check those out if there's stuff nearby to you or stuff that you can get to. Definitely some cool things happening now, especially as the weather gets better. Go out and support live local music. It's gonna be awesome. I don't know.
That's all I got.
Okay. Hey, be safe. We love you. And we'll see you again next Sunday.
Bye!